And the winner is... It's time to do a battery-powered speaker versus video. I've got the Bose S1 Pro. I've got Electro Voice's Everse 8. And I've got JBL's Eon One Mk2. Let's do a side-by-side comparison between all three speakers. We'll do that bull sound test. And you leave in the comments what you like, what you don't like. Why don't we start with the Bose S1 Pro? First up, we got the Bose S1 Pro, which is fully battery-powered. You got a 6-inch sub in the back and 3 tweeters that sit inside of it. Let's spin it around. We're not going to talk too much about the specs because that shit's boring. You can read that on the internet. We got 2 XLR combo jacks. What's nice about this, we got some physical knobs you can still use. We got a bass and treble. We got volume over here. And then we've got Bose's tone match, which I don't think sounds great when you use this. Also down here, we've got the aux channel. We got Bluetooth volume for that. You got a 1/4-inch line out. This is in case you have to do any sort of updates, which they haven't done an update in years, so fuck that. Down here is where you charge it. Boop! IEC in, and then push up for power. As you can tell, my battery is dead. When you push it up, what happens here, this will blink. 4 times in blue means you're good, you got 100%. 3, you're at 75. 2 blinks, 50. 1 blink, 25. Red blink, you're fucked. Push it all the way down here. That is where you'll plug it in, and that is how you charge it. It's about 16 pounds, and you're going to get about 100 dB out of it. It's not heavy. It's pretty light, and for a wedding DJ, it's a great ceremony speaker optional. I will tell you that it falls short, right, in the mic preamp. You're not going to get a lot of volume. If you just plug in a wired mic, this is going to have to go all the way up. There's no master volume on the speaker as well, which I think is a mistake. So it's harder to get any more volume out of this if you're going a wired mic, especially if you are a singer-songwriter. You're going to be frustrated with the volume of the microphone. Music, though, is plenty loud, especially if you go through Bluetooth. You will only need it at about 50%. It'll sound great coming out of here, and it shoots really, really far. Great speaker. It's been out for a couple years now. We got the brand new Everse 8. This just came out a week ago, I believe. Let's spin it around and take a look. We've got a display here. So if you have EV speakers, you're going to be familiar with the way that this thing looks. I think I'm going to be able to turn it on and get some power. I got a little bit of juice left. It looks a lot like if you have an EV50 or EV30. The screen works with that. I forgot to mention about the Bose that it does have an app if you want to. EV also has an app. If you hit input 1, this is where it's going to pull up a lot of your settings where you can decide how you want this to look or how you want it to sound. Vocal mic, voice filter, all that good stuff. Compression, treble, bass, mids, your FX, your ducker. That's if you have music on and you talk. Then you can go ahead and when you talk with the music on, it'll drop the sound down. Now we're in the master, and this is where you can decide if you want to turn the mixer on and off, what kind of mode you want. Music, live, speech, club are your options there. Your main level, location. If you want to set it up on a tripod, you're doing a kickback as a monitor, you can set how you want to use that. Sub on, off, mid, bass, treble. Your main EQ, FX, enable. Here's your anti-feedback suppression. Your mix out left and right. Bluetooth, this is how you select whether you're going to do the as a control or if you're using it for audio. You can turn the LED on the front on or off, and the display, you can adjust the brightness on there as well. Looking more at the back, we also have the Bluetooth input right here. There's no physical buttons on this at all. So anytime you want to adjust the volume on it, you have to tap the input, and that's where you can adjust the volume on all 3 of those. We got 1/8 inch as well if you want to plug something in. This right here, so this is USB-C, which means that if you want to charge a tablet, then you can put a USB-C cable in there, charge your tablet. Here is where you plug it in, turn it on, and then right here, this bit right here is a little confusing. All right, so we've got 12 volt 500 mA out, right? Which means you should be able to power up a mic receiver or I don't know what else. But it will definitely work with an EV wireless mic, but if you got a Sennheiser like I do, I'm still trying to figure out how to do this shit. I think you have to have a specific cable to make that happen, whatever. It is what it is. We flip it around. Let's take a look. We got an 8-inch sub as compared to the Bose's 6-inch. And we got a cone speaker up on the top here. This thing is 120 dB, so way louder than the Bose. The weight is about the same, about 16 pounds. This is the JBL Eon One Mk2. Is it fair that we're having this versus our little Bose S1 and the Everse 8? I think the answer is yes. Why? Because these are the three speakers I have. What we got here is we got more of a column array. The other two are your speakers that'll sit on top of a tripod, but this is a column array with a 10-inch sub, 8 speakers right here on the top. This piece right here is the battery. It does have another piece that if you wanted to, you can make it taller. It's right here, but for the sake of the video, I dropped it down. What's nice about this too is that you don't have to have a tripod and all the pieces sit snug into here with a lock. Two things I love about this speaker, okay? Right here, 2 USB power outs, which means that you can power two things, your wireless receiver, a mixer if you need to, 2 wireless receivers if you just need that 12 volt to USB connector cable, which I will link in the description if you need to pick up one of those. We got a 6-channel mixer in the back. A couple things that will help you with this. If you push and hold the back button, what this does is now this turns the mixer into a normal one. Now all of these knobs up here are the gain knobs. If you have that part off, then what happens is you tap on a channel. So now we're on channel 2, and now the knobs are what these things are up on top. So this is the gain, that's the bass, mid, treble, reverb. What I do is I normally hit the back button, hold it, turn it into gain. Green means that we're on, red means that we're muted. A couple ways that you could turn the mute off. Push and hold, and then boom, the mute turns off. Push and hold again, and it will mute back on. Another way you can do this is through the app, which you can connect through Bluetooth. At the bottom of the mixer, we got 3/4-inch combo jacks. You got a 1/4-inch line in as well for guitar instruments right here. And then we've got our aux in 1/8 inch and Bluetooth channel right there. Why don't we have some bourbon and I'll discuss my final thoughts on these speakers. Why do I have all 3 of them? Probably because I'm a nut. I think when it comes down to it, my favorite out of these 3 is the JBL Eon One Mk2. I think it is, out of all of them, the most versatile and the most useful that I would find in the applications that I need. It sets up super quick. No tripod, which I'm not a fan of. I don't like tripods very much. It's got a bigger mixer, that anti-feedback suppression. It can power 2 separate devices, and it sounds great. I can get a lot of volume. It's nice and loud. In second place, I would put the Everse. Why? Because it is louder than the Bose S1. It does have more features. It has that built-in digital mixer, which is great. It has anti-feedback, and it's much louder than the Bose S1, especially microphones. Music is loud too, but it's supposed to go almost like 20 dBs higher than the Bose S1. That's my ranking, and then the Bose S1 sits in at 3rd, and yes, it is an older speaker, almost 4, maybe 5 years old this speaker is, so Bose, I don't know if they're gonna be doing an update on the S1. S1 Pro 2 might be coming out, and you know, who knows about that. Why don't you guys leave in the comments what your thoughts are. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I have other videos on this channel where I reviewed the Bose S1 Pro, and I did a sound test of the JBL Eon One Mk2. You can watch that one right over there, and I'll see you at the next one. Cheers.